You'll have to excuse me. There's a fan on. It's the office day of the year, and like an idiot, I decided I was going to try and film this. Now, this is the hab block from M.A.D Gaming Terrain. It's got the little thing there. I've already built one because guess what? I can't find the instructions. So we're going to look at this as it comes. This is the box of just the hab block itself. We're going to look at this. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to build it. Yeah, so let's go. Right, first things first, how complicated can this be? There is 1, 2, 3 sheets. That's it. That's the top. That's the bottom. Or that's the bottom. That's the top. They're the walls. Obviously, the side walls are here on this one. And this is just the base with extra bits to clip into it. There's a lot of stuff on these boards. My favourite thing is this thing. This bit here. See this pole? Just pop it out. I'll try to. He says, the idea of this pole, I was told, isn't a part. It is so you can just pop bits out. You just use it to press. But obviously, it's the MDF, so it's going to shatter. So what I use is my finger. But I have started using this. This is just a one of those ink dot things that people use for paper. But yeah, again, this stuff, and as I said in the last video, the cut is so fine. You can see that just comes out. It's a tiny bit of fluff there on that edge. But yeah, they just pop out. Now, obviously, this is an end panel. These holes at the top and the doors and that. We'll talk about, you can poke out all the windows if you want to. You don't have to. You can paint them. We will just pop all this out there. There goes the end panels. Right, this bit. Yeah. So doorway, holding ramps, ladders, bits for these and so on. Now, we'll do a base. Okay, we're going to do a base. Remember, these do pop quite easily. See, just like that. Sides out. Really isn't hard. Keep everything. Even that doesn't look like it's going to be any good, but you'll be able to find a use for it. Now, we have ends and edges, which are these bits. So there's that one. And here is this one. Then we have obviously the cross ends as well. So there's that. Here's this. And then we have these corner pieces. Just pop them out. Now you'll notice the corner pieces have loads of little dots on it, and that's how they all line up. If that makes any sense. So that's sprue done. So it goes away. So we look here, we've got a 3 and a 3 on this one, so we know that 3 is going to go along this edge. I'm not 100% sure where, because I can't actually... it's the end dot. So, that's that one, and that's a 2. So they line up like that. Oh, let's just remove that peg, like that. So we need to put this... No, it's not that one, that's a 3 and a 1. We want a 3 and a 2. We want to put this in there. Now, which one is it? Well, there's part of me that doesn't think it matters. I don't think it matters. But if you look, that's a 2 on that side, but that's a 3. And it's the same on this one. So 2 dots on that side. Yeah, again, so do they go in upside down instead? I don't know. I know when I built that one, I didn't actually realise these dots were here. So I ignored the... Still built it, didn't it? Look at that. Just so easy. Straight through. Boom, done. So let's put that in. That one in there. Maybe? Nope. Upside down. So. Yeah, put the 2 in upside down and it's gone in. So it does need to have the number to the right side. See, like that. That's simple enough. This one at the back is a 1. So we need a single, which is there. We'll just pop that Which way around is it going to go? It's going to go the right way around. And slots in like that. This is a top, so that's a 3. Which is that. So yeah, three into there. So we'll pop that out. I'll pop that out. Make sure it's the right way around. And in it goes. This is going together a lot easier than that one did. Why? Because I'm actually paying attention to stuff. Now, here's the other bit. You have all these sections across here, and if you want a high wall, you don't want to pop them out. Though they are loose, so they can come out. I just glued them back in on this one. I literally just ran a bead of PVA glue along the edge and just stuck it back in place. Because I wanted the higher wall. You can knock them out, I suppose. You don't have to have them in. Part of me does wonder if you should knock them all out, but I don't want the door step on every level, you see. So where I'm putting the door is where I want the door to be. So I haven't actually knocked them out. That's a 3. That goes in there, like that. So this is a 1 then, isn't it? Oh, that's a 3 as well. So that goes in there like that. And that will slot on top. Like so. Obviously, if you want it permanently held in, you just want to PVA glue it, because otherwise it's going to rock a bit. That's the top. Now, if you are running the top, take that, slot it in. There you go. That's your roof. Done. Simple as that. That's your roof done. We're not running that as a roof, though, are we? No. Yeah, you may want to glue this. I'm sitting here and fiddling with it, and it is coming loose. You may want to PVA it. You're going to want to PVA this up. Right, so we'll throw that over there. We know how that works now. Now, for the sides, it really is a case of click. 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 He says, and click. And as always, I did glue as I go along. Not on this one, I haven't done, because I'm just showing you, but there we go. Knocks it flying. But with the grey one behind you, which we'll just put on display here, this one, I did glue it as I went along. Well, I kind of glued it as I went along. As you can see, got the ladder off. Ice. There's the door. I do wonder if I should have kept those edges on or not. This beam on here, I don't know. I like that look more, though. That was the thing. I like the whole solidness of it. But that's just me. There you go. Done. Obviously, roof hatch comes off. There you go. That's inside. See what I mean about the whole peg? See? There it is. Tink. And obviously, roof hatch. Just slots in. And you do keep the detail through the paint. I don't know if the camera can actually show it on there too well. This has got 3 layers of paint on it. It was painted black. This is from a different kit, but, you know, it was painted black, and then it was undercoated black, undercoated with Army Painter Colour Forge Standard Grey, and then reshot over in places with Army Painter Colour Forge Ghoul Grey, Grey Ghoul, something like that. That's the 2 colours I used. So I'm going to glue this up. I may not do, because you've just seen me do that now. But it is fairly quick and easy to do. Obviously, this would look right around because this is the base. This all just slots in together, as so. He says, I thought this was going to be a lot longer video. It may still be. I may add more to it. Yeah, like that. I am going to add more to it. I am. And then obviously your top, which is presently falling to bits because I haven't got it glued, sits on top or on the bottom, depending on how you want it to be. Right, I'm going to go glue this all up, and then I'm going to show you the next trick. I just want to make one thing kind of clear. If you don't get these shapes for the corners in the right way round, this will not go together. They have shorter edges and longer edges, and it pushes on here, and you need to match these to these. And then it doesn't always work. If this still goes wrong, they don't fit properly. I don't know why. I had to clamp this at one point, and you can see there's still gaps here as it spread, because obviously the PVA in this heat is causing feedback. It's not the thing. I pulled the tops off. I chopped it down. Yeah, it's just the heat causing problems for me at the moment. But videos have to be made. Right, carrying on. Right, so that appears like I've got everything glued up. Yeah, so unfortunately it's still really hot, and as such it took ages to actually glue, but that is done. So this is the roof. Roof pops off. Roof goes in. Roof drops down. Here's the base. I have taken the edges off, which I didn't on the other one. I decided I wanted to do a little like this, and I quite like that. So, a couple of things. The doors. These are the doors. Sorry, not doors. Doors are in there. They pop out. It was ladders. There's two types of ladder. You've got the short ladder, and we have two supporting clips, and they're the short ones. Obviously, this goes on the inside. I'm going to use the grey one, or the other one, to demonstrate this, because at the minute I don't know how I want the holes punched in that, because I don't know how I want it designed. So we'll have the grey one. We're going to remove the big ladder. If you look, the big ladder has a wider point at the top and a thinner one at the bottom, and on the outside, two sets there, two sets there. Now, with the short ladder, obviously it goes on the inside when that set of plugs, so if you've got that in those holes, like that, he says, it's still too hot. My hand-eye coordination is completely out of it. But, yeah. So that's in like that. That is sitting on there, like that. You've got your hatch popped out at the top here. So your party can go in through the front door, or blow the front door off, through the thing, and then up the ladder on the other side to get to the roof. Or out to the next roof. That's fine. But because that's there, you can't put that one there. Though the bottom holes will go in, your top holes won't, because they're taken up with a ladder on the inside. So if you want two ladders, you kind of have to give it some thought before you do it. So, well, next. That's that. I'm just going to put the roof back. Where's the hatch gone? There it is. So, on the sheet, I reckon, I'm not that clever, these larger ones you could use for the overlaps on the hatch. Or you can use the smaller ones. There's loads of each for just doing that. If you look just to hold it in place so it doesn't fall through. I actually can't work out what else to use them for. While if you look here on the graphic, it looks like they use the smaller one to represent the light over the door. So it then goes over the door. These bits have got these rails in them. So my thoughts are, now I've got four of these, I might start looking at running them around the roof or something, like a rail guard around the roof. Or I may put one on the steps. And then the rest of this is actually the door. So you pop all of this out. Both sides out. That's out. Goes over there. Bottom bit comes off. That comes off as well. And then obviously you've got this bit now on the inside. You can use something. I think that's waste, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a small pile of it forming over here. But then obviously that, you can just glue it around the door frame. So lock out your door, put your platform in, which is somewhere, and then you glue that to be your door frame around the front. See? So what I did, yeah, I also put these side pieces on because I thought I've got these extra blocks at the side just to hold it in place. It will look nicer. I'm not sure it does, but it's something you can do. It's your build at the end of the day, and it's how you want to do it. And now, obviously, you've seen the windows pop out because I've popped them out on here. Top off, take the bottom off. But obviously, these will pop out as well. And this is made up from the two parts of this. So one part is here, as you can see, you've got the jagged edges, that's top and the bottom. There's a smaller version as well, and then there's normal window ledges in between it. And then you can mount, I think it's that row. Yeah, it's that row. They mount in between the two, so you can put by the windows. Actually, it's 2 rows. Yes, that's 2 rows. You've got this version, which will just sit over the door. I will pop some of these out and just show you on here again. Because I haven't decided how I want the building yet. Pop it out. Look, throw it in. See, these can just sit like that. And obviously, if you don't glue these bits in like I haven't done, you can change your layout for whatever game you're playing. So you could have them not in front of the window. You have the guys in the side shooting out through the window. You could have a longer version where you have the whole thing covered. Just use these and cover it, because if you look, these are the same length as this gap here. And then if you're using this window as a window and not a door, you've got that option. And they all slot together quite nicely, and you can change it. I've left these ones out because I had something, I used some else originally here, and now I've changed it to this. Yeah, again, all in the testing while I've been playing with it. That's the bottom one, because I need to cut the door section. This is the top one, because it's got the ladder section out. We will just put the ladder back in. And then finally, that's the wrong around. Make sure, no, it's all around. So, big piece of the top. That actually holds that together as well. A lot better. Right. The door from out, I put the door back in. It says soft one. Now, the other thing these can do, and this is why I needed 2. Actually, I want 3 because it'd be a lot better if I built the 3rd one. These gaps here in the thing, they allow you to lock them together, I believe. So that should sit over that like that. Doesn't quite sit in a square, but you can have 2 and you've got the gap underneath. So if you've got a car park here, you've got a footpath or something like that for your board. You can move them around. You can have them hooking up like this way, I think. Like that. And as I said, I just got to check into this. Let's put the top one without the edges on. There we go. And then we'll use this one. Yeah, it goes on the inside and the outside still. You can't actually do a nice slot over. And of course, they can just lock together like that. You can also do that. 2 stories now. They are quite versatile. So yeah, there you go. That's the Hab block for M.A.D Gaming Terrain. I will get this word right. Obviously, it is that one. There's the image. So yeah, go check it out. There'll be links in the description as always. Right, that's me done. Have a good day. Oh, no, that is me done.